So can we have a huge warm welcome for AJ and Aly? Hey girls.
Hi. Hi guys. How are you guys? It's good to be here.
I'm excited to have you guys here on stage. Literally, I'm speaking with the guys that I've been in, Shira and iZombie, which is so weird because I watched these two shows on my own account, like, not being told about this. Now, when I got told, oh, by the way, Michael, you're going to be interviewing AJ and Aly, I was like, okay, cool. She goes, do you know who they are? I went, no. She goes, Michael, have you seen iZombie? I go, yes. She played this character. I was like, swears. And she goes, do you like Katara? I go, yeah. Well, one of them has been Ishira. I went, and I didn't connect the two because obviously they told me, oh yeah, you'll be interviewing sisters. Okay, cool. It didn't mean nothing to me. I was like, okay, cool. They're singers, Michael. Okay, cool. They've been in Disney. I went, okay. I don't watch Disney. Sorry guys, spoilers, not spoilers. I don't like Disney, too tough. So when they tell me all this stuff, I was like, cool.
Okay, you approved the resume.
Yeah. So literally, then when they started adding more stuff to it, I was like, oh my days. Penny drops. And I was like, okay, so Mike, what are you smiling for? Okay, it's not because you mentioned shows that I watch, so yeah, I'm excited now. So yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys. So, yeah. So while we're here, guys, if you've got any questions for them, please stand by the mic. We're more than happy to go to you guys, to ask you guys to give the questions for you to answer and all sorts. Oh, the line started to build up already. So, you guys are having a tour coming up next year, right? I'm excited about that. Is that going to be anywhere in the UK, or do I have to go to the States to see your tour?
So we're starting in the States, 2025. Yeah. We're releasing an album next summer.
Yeah. What's the name of the album?
It's called Silver Deliverer.
Yeah.
And we're very excited because we've been working on this record for most of the year. Mm-hmm. We're going to be touring in the States September, October, November, and then in the winter we're going to head to the UK. So we don't have the tour announced. Okay, there's no dates yet you can like go and run to and purchase.
But we got to come out here because we love the fans out here in the UK.
Now, because I'm a Sly fan now. I've been a fan when they told me to sing. I was like, okay, whatever. But when they told me Katara and iZombie and all sorts, I was like, okay, cool. They sing. Let me just listen to their music a bit and see what feel of them. And I was in the car with my boys. They were, Michael, what is this in the car? I go, shut your mouth, fam. I'm driving. You have no say. Oh, can I change the track? Oh, do you want to get out of the car? You go, why? I need to know who these people are. I want to get a feel of them and the essence. But Michael, this is not your vibe. I know it's different. It's very different. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on the music?
Whoa.
Do you like it?
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the random in the car were looking at me thinking, Michael, what girls broke your heart? Or are you in love with someone? Or what's going on? Because this is a different vibe that we get in the car. Usually it's like very grime, heavy, hardcore music, rap. You know what I mean? So it was like, what the hell is this, Michael? They were questioning a lot of things about me there.
Your friends were confused.
They were baffed. They thought I had a new woman in my life. They were just confused. They was like, what's going on?
I hope we made some new fans that day in your car.
Whoa.
Hopefully.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my friends goes, yeah, bro, you know that track that you were playing when we was dropping into the yard? What's that name of that track? And I go, oh, you want that now? Yeah, he goes, yeah, I need to add to our playlist.
Good, that's a song.
Okay, all right.
So I introduced some guys to certain music they never listened to before.
I love it.
So if anything, thank you guys. So yeah, you guys educated me, so I'm happy with that.
Appreciate that.
Your new album that's going to be coming out, what was the inspiration behind that? What was the minutiae that pushed you guys to do a new album?
I mean, we came back to music in 2017. We had taken a big break, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware. And we kind of went full force. We ended up putting out a couple of EPs, and then we put out A Touch the Beat, and then we put out With Love From, and then that kind of rolled right into another record. We've kind of been on a roll. I think we're making up for like lost time because we feel that now that we're back and we've been touring consistently and putting out music, there's just really no reason to like put the gas down. So we're like, let's just keep going, or put the brake pedal on.
I'm with you.
You know. So I think for us it was like, we were feeling really creative. We were writing the music. It was over the summer of 2023 that we kind of got back at the studio. We weren't putting a lot of pressure on it. We were just like, let's go and create with the people that we feel comfortable with and the people that know the kind of music we're wanting to make. And then it just started to unfold into what the album has become. And we ended up making the record with a new collaborator of ours who we hadn't worked with in the past, who's an amazing artist himself. His name's Jonathan Wilson. And we made the album out in Topanga Canyon, which is a really special area in Los Angeles that has a lot of music history. And the album is kind of this, like, I don't know, it's this progression from the last record for sure, but I think it's telling a new story for us. It's kind of diving even deeper into our relationship with sisters and the fact that I was pregnant when I was making the record and then I ended up giving birth. So now a lot of the songs have this special double meaning when it comes to, you know, having a child and kind of the power of femininity, and I think a lot of that surrounds the album. If you, I mean, you can add on.
That was beautifully said. I'm really excited for this record because I do think that Aly and I, you know, in the last 5-6 years have really worked on our live show, which is a huge part of our band, is touring. And I do think this record dives even deeper into some really, really beautiful instrumentation that I think is going to parlay live really well. So I'm excited to hear this record in its true form on stage next year. I can't wait.
Well, I can't wait, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm glad you guys said that, what you guys were discussing, because I was gonna ask the question, do you feel your music has matured? But I feel like you guys said that through like motherhood and life in general and stuff, so that's great. So currently, what are your favorite songs from your previous albums or music that you guys released? And why as well?
I feel really close to our record that came out in 2020 because it was obviously pandemic year and so much had happened that year, and that record brought a lot of joy to Aly and I because it was the first record out in like 14 years since we had released a full album. So I really feel like A Touch of the Beat is a huge part of our music career now, and there's a song on there called Pretty Places that has a huge spot in my heart. Every time we perform it live, I just look out at the crowd and I have so much like deep gratitude for the fans that have stuck with us for so long and the places that we're able to visit. So to me, Pretty Places is a huge part of our career. And yeah, I think that record is really special and it's our first album back.
And I would say maybe to add to that, a song off that album called Slow Dancing is, I think, another one that feels very close to us. And then Don't Need Nothing, which is probably my favorite music video that we've shot. It just has like such a special memory in my mind of us making it and the way that we made it, and the fact that, you know, we kind of are like fully in control of all of the visuals for the record because we're not signed, so everything we do is independent. So everything that, you know, we're deciding on is really between the two of us and our creative director. It's like we all kind of brainstorm together, how do we want this next record to look and feel, and what is the merch design, and what is the graphics going to be, and like truly every single detail, the vinyl packaging, all of it. We actually press our vinyls out here in London, which we love, at a place called Vinyl Factory that's been making records for years and has made some really famous albums in the past that we really look up to. So there's a lot of detail that goes into the music, you know, even further than just the actual recording and writing. There's so much more past that stage, which is really fun because we're able to get into that creative part of it once the record is completed, which is what we're kind of in the middle of now for this new album.
I like that. And even when I first got here, and as soon as they touched base through me, AJ and I goes, okay, cool, Michael, I would like to your questions, but make sure the fans get involved. So I was like, wow, because the reason why I'm saying this is because you guys really care about your fans, really a lot. Like in terms of representation, like LGBTQIA, Black Lives Matter. I was reading all this stuff. I was like, oh, they're actually reaching all these type of differences and representation of your fans, and you guys care. So, no, you guys are real people. I give you that. No, seriously.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
So, fans' questions. Let's start off with you. Hang on,
Is this thing working?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
working.
Okay. Aly and AJ, hello. I met these two virtually during the pandemic, so it's good to see you in person this time. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, I'm a little nervous right now.
That's okay.
So, the first time I came across Aly and AJ was when they covered Zippity Doodah on the Disney Mania album, and that's exactly when I came across them. And then I saw them on Cowbells on the Disney Channel, and they did On the Ride. Well, if you had to cover another Disney song on a future Disney Mania album, which song would it be and why?
Interesting.
That's a good question. You know, maybe if
That's
we were
hard.
to cover a song, yeah, or like a song from like an artist that was on the channel at the time. We did a lot of stuff with Jesse McCartney back in the day. He was a label mate, so maybe Beautiful Soul.
That would be pretty.
And I feel like there was like an anniversary, I think, that he just recently had for that song.
That's a good idea. Like an acoustic version of you and I
Yeah.
just like harmonizing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that idea.
He was always very nice to us. So maybe that's him.
And to go back to your question earlier about a past song that really we connect with as sisters and artists, I would say On the Ride, which you called out from Cowbells, is a huge part of our life and really represents our sisterhood. And I feel like that was the first song that we put out that really kind of spoke to our friendship. And I think fans had like an inside look into who we are as siblings and friends and partners. And so that song to me really resonates and still has like a big place in my heart.
Song on the way here to London.
You were listening to it?
Yes, I rewatched Cowbells.
Oh, thank you.
Right before I got here.
Thank you so much.
Love it.
Thanks for your
Thank you so
question.
much.
Next.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I met you yesterday and I just wanted to say thank you for coming to the MCM Comic Con. And my question is that what is it like working with each other as sisters, and do you prefer acting or singing? Your choice.
Well, it is really special to work with someone that I've grown up with. I mean, my whole life has been either role play or some sort of skit or live performance or whatever it might be, and it's always been with her. So it's cool that like our life and our work and our job as adults has centered around our childhood, which is really
a lot of
cool.
it is play, like truly.
It is, our life is like cosplay, which is so neat. But I would say for me, I feel deeply connected to our band because I do think just from a young age, because the songwriting started so young and the love for instrumentation and playing live, I would say the music speaks to me in a really heavy way. I think there's also that instant gratification on stage that you receive when you're playing in front of a live audience, which you don't necessarily get with acting unless you're doing live theater. But I do have some characters in my life that I feel incredibly connected to, like Lainey Lewis and Katra and Stivoni. So acting is a huge part of what I do, but I do think the music is probably number one for me.
I think I would agree with AJ. I think the fact that the music is so personal to us directly. You know, we're not playing a character, we're ourselves when we're up on stage. I think that kind of gives it this like special magical quality. But again, like being on set and being able to portray a character that people are able to watch and fall in love with, you know, night after night is also its own special superpower in itself. So they're both really wonderful mediums, but I think the fact that we get to do the music together is something that gives it like just that little 10% boost for me at least.
Great answer. And by the way, seeing you guys act in Zombie and Goldbergs, it actually made me want to try acting in middle school. In fact, I act, and my sister actually started music in middle school thanks to your songs. And
Thank you, that's so
that's
cool. Thank you for
beautiful.
sharing that. So
yeah, and for my audition in Music Man, I actually revised a line Lainey Lewis did with Barry Goldberg in the Goldbergs.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
yeah, and I also did a scene with iZombie with with you acting alongside Rose, the lead actress, and let's just say it changed my life, and I wanted to try acting.
Thank you.
So sweet.
We're honored.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
for your
question, too.
questions.
No, thank you, and keep doing hard work.
Thanks.
Well,
Hello. Hi, it's Jasper. Nice to see you again.
hi Jasper. You too. Good to see you.
So this question actually kind of ties on really well with the question you just kind of had. So I've been fans of you guys since like 2004, so like right back at the beginning. So me and my sister grew up watching Cowbells and everything else on Disney Channel. So I guess obviously I know you just said like you prefer like the music, but obviously that was a really nice part of my childhood where you got to kind of do movies and things together. So could you potentially see yourselves now in adulthood doing a movie together? And if so, what would you want the movie to be about? And would you be characters or would you want to be yourselves?
I definitely want to do that. I mean, Aly and I loved making Cowbells together, and about 10 years ago, we made a film together called Weep Away for Now. If you haven't seen it, it's really special, and it basically tells the story of our sisterhood living together in Laurel Canyon, which is a very special neighborhood, right before Aly got married, and we kind of went off on our separate paths. But for me, I do see us doing another film together, especially after that movie. I think, you know, it's interesting. I can see us playing characters again, like Courtney and Taylor, and doing something like that, but I also can see us playing ourselves. I would love to do a movie that almost feels like a behind-the-scenes look at our life on the road. Aly and I have talked about possibly doing something that really documents our life on tour, and that would, of course, be ourselves. We wouldn't be portraying a character. So I can see ourselves doing almost a documentary-style film, which I would like to do. But in terms of scripted, yes, I would do something together again, for sure.
And we've kind of talked about, you know, what would that medium look like? Would that be a movie, a show, maybe it's animated? And right now we're in the middle of developing a couple projects that would be in that space, and it would be us together. And one of them actually involves music, so I think it would be really fun to be able to work together again at this age. I think we would probably appreciate it even more now than when we did, you know, as, I don't know, 17 and 15-year-olds. So for sure, that's on the horizon.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, Jasper.
Hi, I'm Bethany, and this is a question mostly for AJ. So, my partner was the one that introduced me to the show She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, and it's something that it's a show that's quite a standpoint in our relationship, I'd say. And you know, we were just basically wondering, what was your favourite scene to record in that show?
Oh my gosh, that's so tricky, because I feel like we did like 60 episodes, so to pick a scene is really hard. I would say, well, if I was to pick an episode, I would say one of my favorite episodes was Princess Prom. I just love the writing. I love everything about that episode, including our wardrobe at the prom was really special. Some of you have cosplayed as Catra, Princess Prom, which I really appreciate. And then I would honestly say the finale, the two-part finale. I mean, it's a huge part of the show, and obviously the relationship between Catra and Adora really comes to a head, where we get to see their friendship blossom into something more, which I think a lot of fans, you know, had desired from the beginning. So that's a really special moment in time for the show that I'll forever remember. And it was very emotional to record. You know, Amy and I were together during that moment in the booth, and we both were like tearing up, because the scenes are just really powerful and really moving, and I think Nate has a really incredible way with words and also just real-time emotion that not every animated show captures. So I think this final two episodes was probably some of my favorite work.
And Princess Proms is my favourite as well.
Oh, cool. Good. Thanks.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Aly, I loved that you said in terms of making music, you're making up for a lot of lost time, because as you know, same. So I'm really excited to see you guys live next year. And obviously, like, I'm particularly very excited to hear live Potential. But I was wondering, for each of you, which song do you get most excited to perform live?
Most excited to perform live. if I was to say like a song from the past and then a song from the present, I would say that playing Rush live is really special, especially because we did on this past tour, we did like a mashup of it with a current song, and we kind of changed the chords slightly so it kind of goes immediately into Rush in this really cool way. And now it almost feels like that's the way that Rush should kind of always be played live. So I would say that song from the past, and then a song from the present. I really enjoy playing a song called Sunchoke live. It has a lot of love from like the fans, specifically around that song for whatever reason. And maybe if like I had known that people would love that song so much, we would have maybe put it out as a single. But yeah, I think those two for me.
Yeah, I think for me, on the last tour, Aly and I started playing Division for the first time live in a long time. Obviously that's from the Insomniatic album, and that to me is a really special song. There's a moment where Aly and I are both on the piano kind of doing like a dual part, which is really a lovely moment in the show, and I think vocally it's a really powerful song. And then when it comes to like the newer material, I would probably say the song that I love playing live the most is Break Yourself. There's a moment on stage where we played Lollapalooza, and we opened the set with that song, and it was such a special, powerful moment, and I just remember being like, oh my gosh, like this is exactly what we're supposed to be. And that song just felt so good live with the band. So I really think Break Yourself is like a favorite for me.
Actually watched that last night. Yeah, amazing. I also loved your mashup you did with Symptom of a Touch into Am I Alright?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Say.
Hi, I'm Pasha.
So this will be the last question. If you want to catch them afterwards after this question, you can catch them for autographs or at their booth, okay guys? Just making sure this is clear.
It's so lovely seeing you guys. I was like, just from the AJ, like your capture is so like important to me. Like I got tattoos from Sheila. I got like it's just so meaningful. When I listen to a lot of your guys' music, I end up relating it a lot to like Catra and like other characters. I was wondering if you've got any specific songs that you think represent like the characters you play, or like if you had to choose a song from yourself, like what would you like apply? I guess.
Wow, that's a really cool question. Like a song of ours that kind of represents maybe how I feel about Catra. I think from the Touch of the Beat era, I'd probably say Don't Need Nothing. Because I think that lyric, a touch of the beat gets you up on your feet, gets you out and then into the sun, is something that Catra would need to hear. I think there was a moment in time where she just was kind of living in her own sadness and not willing to really think about what life is like outside of that. And I feel like that song would be like an encourager for her. It's a really cool question. Thank you.
Well, there we have it, guys. Conversations with AJ and Aly. Round of applause, please.
Thank you so much, you guys.
And we're here the rest of the day, so come by, you know, come and take a selfie with us. We'll sign an autograph. And if you, for any of you guys that did have questions, I know we didn't get to you, but come by the booth and ask it. We would love to answer, for sure.
Thank you, guys. You've all been great. Take care.
Thank you so much for your time. And we'll hopefully see you out on the road.